know that JA boosted my self-confidence last year. I started and ran my own JA company. I was a sole proprietor. Do you know what that means?
I do. Sole proprietor means that if it is to be, it is up to me. My JA company last year was with 2 partners. What was it like being the only person in the company?
It was hard and it was fulfilling. You know this about me, but for everyone else out there, I like to be independent, which is another way of saying I like to be in charge. So there's an opportunity for me to see if I can make it on my own. It was overwhelming at times, so many things to do, and I was the only one to do it. I started an apparel business where I added designs to clothing and sold them. There were times when I couldn't do it all and had to call up friends to help, and they were not always available. But overall, it was a great experience. I mean, seriously. How many high school students can say that they started and ran a successful company?
Me, I can say that. But you are correct, JA provides a unique opportunity.
So tell me about your company. What did you sell?
Well, we made and sold scented candles.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, like I said, I had 2 business partners. We ordered our supplies over the internet, and then we would get together at one of our homes and set up an assembly line where each of us did our part to make the candles. It took some time, but we got pretty good at it. However, I think the thing I learned most was working with my partners. There were many times when it was definitely not easy. We would disagree on things, but it was cool because we were committed to working through the conflict and stuck with it until we could get to the resolution.
Do you know what they call that?
No, what do they call that?
Soft skills.
Okay, that sounds cool. Wow, I have soft skills. That's great. I always wanted soft skills actually. What are soft skills?
Okay, soft skills are things like the ability to work in a team, being able to communicate with your coworkers well, resolve conflicts, and solve problems. Those are all examples of soft skills that employers are looking for. So even if you don't go on to own your own business someday, you already have a head start on being a high-value employee.
Wow, you know, I had a great experience with JA, but I didn't realize all the things that it helped me develop.
That happens a lot. Young people benefit from JA experiences, but don't realize how much they learn until later on in life. Every JA program helps young people develop soft skills, among other things. JA starts in kindergarten and goes all the way through high school. Ultimately, that leads to success for JA alumni.